As a creative and as a graphic designer, one of the best ways to achieve a good design project is by applying the principles of graphic design precisely. Okay, so hello YouTube, hello guys, welcome to another exciting day. Welcome to my channel, welcome to YJ Digital World. I remain your host, Hagu Joseph. So guys, on today's tutorial video, I'll be walking you through on how to actualize a good church flyer design using Photoshop to be precise. So the sole aim of today's tutorial has to do with applying the principles governing graphic design in general to this project. Okay, so if this sounds like what you're actually interested in and you're new to the channel, do well to smash the subscribe button if you have not done that. Smash the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for always watching. Okay, so let's dive into the design phase. The first thing I would like to do is to create the Canva workspace for this project. So I'll slide over here and click on New File. And over here, we'll have the new document panel that comes up. We'll be creating this using the Instagram portrait frame size of 1080 pixels to be precise by 1350. Okay. And the resolution will be set on 300. Color mode remains on RGB to be precise. This design will be used on social media platform and other mobile devices as well. So after you're done with that, you can choose to give your project a name. Okay, like this. You can call this church flyer to be precise, and you can leave other settings the way they are and you hit the create button. So over here guys, we have the Canva workspace on which we'll be designing. So before we start designing, I would like to drag in all the exercise resources, exercise files I'll be using for this tutorial. Okay, do well to check the video description. You'll find the link to all the exercise files I'll be using for this tutorial purpose, guys. So guys, here are the exercise files I'll be using for this tutorial. Okay, so in order for me to actualize this design, the first phase has to do with creating of the background. Okay, so in order for me to create the background, I would like to enable the adjustments all the way to the solid fill. Okay, but before doing that, I've already created a color swatch I'll be using for this tutorial purpose. For this, here is the hex code for the color I'm actually using for this to be precise. Okay, so I'll hit Ctrl J to make a duplicate of the color fill. Double click on this and sample this color, and here is also the color code for the color I'm using over here. Hit Ctrl J again to create another duplicate as well, and here is the color I'll be using for this as well. Okay, likewise here is the hex code for the color likewise. Okay, so basically I'm trying to create a flyer that depicts happiness, okay, joy, okay, to be precise. So basically the sole aim of this design is to create something that has to do with joy, happiness to be precise. Okay, so I'll be using colors that depict that feel, okay, in this. So basically here I'll start by working on this for the background to be precise. I would like to blend them in to create my custom background. Okay, so I'll come over here, select the mask layer, hit G on the keyboard to select the gradients to make sure your foreground is set on black. You can use X on your keyboard to switch your foreground and your background together. Make sure this is at the top, the black is at the top. Okay, then make sure this is set on linear and the opacity is set on 100% to be precise. So you can come over here, left click, hold shift and drag like this. Okay, can hit Ctrl Z to undo, left click, hold shift and create a fill like this. I think this is actually looking nice. Okay, come over here, enable this, select the mask layer, hit Ctrl I to invert the mask, select your brush. Okay, right click and make sure you're working with the soft round brush to be precise. Okay, so after you're done with that, you can control the strength of your brush by playing with the flows and the opacity. For this tutorial purpose, I'll be leaving the flows and opacity on 100 respectively. Okay, and make sure the foreground is set on white. The white enable me to reveal what is hidden on this black mark. So I'll come over here and brush like this. Okay, come over here as well, brush one more time over here and brush here as well. So this is more of an eyeballing situation to be precise. Okay, So you just play around. Okay, so after you're done with this, the next thing I'll advise you to do is to uh, create a new layer by hitting Ctrl Shift N on the keyboard and call this noise to be precise. Change the blending for this to soft light, enable the 50% gray option and click on the OK. Right click and convert the layer to a smart object. Converting a layer to a smart object enable you to make subsequent adjustments to the layer at any point in time in your design. Okay, so I'll come over here on the filter, add noise and add noise. Okay, I think this is okay. I don't like the noise to be too heavy on my Canva, okay, on the project. So I click on the OK. So let me show you the advantage of converting your layer to a smart object. So I can come over here and click on this add noise and make adjustments. Okay, that is one of the benefits of converting your layer to a smart object actually. So after we're done with this, I like to take this over here like this. Okay, and change this to, let me see, I think this is okay. To be precise, the screen is okay. Hit Ctrl T, scale it out properly and position it around somewhere like this. Okay, so that's for that, guys. So after you're done with that, you can still choose to add a fill of depth by dragging this over here and enabling this. Hit Ctrl T, right click and flip, rotate it clockwise. Hold Alt, left click and drag out like this. Okay, so after I'm done with this, I would like to change the blending mode to, I think this is okay. Reduce the opacity so that it can sync well with the other elements on the background. Okay, 28% is actually okay. And still choose to double click on the layer over here to have the layer style. Okay, or you can also right click on the layer and click on the blending option. You also have the layer style like this. Okay, so over here you come over to where you have the underlining layer, hold Alt to break the slider and take this to about this way. Please take note that these regions are made up of three parts. Yeah, I call the shadows, the highlights, and the middle part are called the midtones. So I'm trying to take the effects of the shadow regions to the highlights, thereby synchronizing them all together. To be precise, I think this is okay. Hold Alt, break the highlights, and take a little fill into the dark region. Okay, think to about something like this is okay, and we are good to go, guys. Okay, so after we are done, you can select the layer here, hold Shift, come over here, click on this, hit Ctrl G to group this. You can call this BG, which stands for the background. Okay, do well to actually organize your layers properly. So after you're done, you can come over here, to be precise, take the pastor image over here, enable it, and the lady image over here as well, enable them respectively. For this, I always advise that you always convert your model image to a smart object so that it won't lose its quality and you can actually make adjustments to them at any point in time in the design phase. So I right click and convert this to a smart object. Select the lady image, right click as well and convert it to a smart object. So when you scale it down and scale it up, it won't actually pixelate or lose its quality. Okay, so I'll come over here, select the layer, hit Ctrl T, hold Alt, scale this down properly like this. Okay, I think this is okay like this. Come over here, pick this lady image over here and scale it out like this. Okay, take it behind the man. Okay, pick your move tool and adjust its position properly. Okay, that's for that. You can still scale it down to make sure it actually fits. Okay, I think it's okay. So I can select both layers, still scale it down a little like this is okay actually. So after I'm done with this, I would like to add depth to the model image individually. So I select this image, okay, come to the filter. This is one of the ways I apply the camera raw filter, to be precise. So on the camera raw filter, I basically start with the basics, precisely and this is more of an eyeball institution. There are no rules governing this. Okay, you allow your eyes to actually guide you, then make adjustments when you are actually over doing it. Okay, likewise, this scale this up a little like this. Okay, scale up. I think I would like to reduce the highlight a little as well. The shadows, I like to scale them up, boost them up properly, okay, so that they can be visible. The white as well needs to be scaled up a little. Okay, the black needs to also be scaled up a little. So come over here on the texture. This is my focus area, to be precise. Let me enable the before and after so that you have a good preview of what is going on here. Okay, so for the texture, I would like to boost it up properly. Okay, I think this is okay, and boost up my clarity so that the details on the image will pop out properly. Come over here and reduce the saturation. I usually do this in a situation whenever I'm working with multiple images so that I can actually balance the color whenever I'm doing the final color grading in the project. Okay, so come over here in the details and boost up the details. Okay, increase the sharpening. Okay, and come over here, use the noise reduction to smoothen the transition. I think this is okay like this. Come over here on the effect and add a little feel of green to this. I think this is okay. Click on the OK button. Okay, you can see before and this is after. So I'll select the lady image and apply the camera raw effects and play with the sliders as well. So come to the basics as well. So you just actually let your eyes actually guide you. There are no rules for this place. Okay, so you scale this gently. Okay, it's more of an eyeballing situation. Let me enable the before and after so that you have a good preview of what's going on. So scale this down a little. The black, I like to boost up the black, reduce the highlights on the black as well. Okay, the texture are my areas of focus, to be precise. I like playing with this, okay, so that the image will look more sharpened. Okay, in this okay. Clarity can be boosted up a little. And this is okay. Come over here to the saturation, turn down the saturation so that you can actually control and balance it later in your color grading. So for the sharpening here, I like to increase the sharpening level to about this, and likewise this as well. I think this is okay like this. I think this is actually nice. Apply the effects, add a little feel of green. Click on the OK and you're good to go, guys. So after you're done, add the curve adjustments. Click on the clip mark so that it will only affect the lady image. Okay, so here is also made up of highlights, shadows, and the midtones. These regions are the shadows. Okay, you can see these regions are the highlights. So if I take it this way, I'm adding more of highlights to the image. Okay, so this is more of eyeballing situation. Allow your eyes to actually guide you. Come over here, add hues and saturation. Click on the clip marks. Okay, come over here, click on this hand icon and sample the color from the suit of the lady and reduce this way like this. Okay, to reduce the hues like this by playing. Okay, I like this color. I'm trying to pick a color that will work. Come over here, work on the lightness as well. So I'll scale down the lightness so that it will blend in properly the way I want it. I think this is okay as well. So I can select them and group them together. Call this guest, to be precise. I think this is okay. Okay. So after we're done, select the host image, add the vector marks, hit G on your keyboard to select the gradients to make sure this is set on black. The black enables me to hide what I don't want on this image using the marks. So I'll come over here, left click, hold shift. I think this is not okay enough. I think this is okay like this. So I'll come over here as well, add the vector marks and create something like this. I think this is okay. This is actually okay like this. Okay, so after we're done with that, we'll move to the next phase by placing this other design element. Okay, so right click, convert it to a smart object, Ctrl T to transform. You can rotate the angle and place it around somewhere here like this. Okay, so come to the camera raw and add a little fill, okay, to this. So I'll come on the basics straight to my texture and boost up my texture to about, I think this is strong enough. Okay, come to the details. Okay, this is just me having fun, to be precise. So boost up the sharpening. Okay, let me give you a preview of the before and the after. Okay, I think this is okay like this. So this sharpening can be boosted up like this as well. I think this is okay, and we are good to go, guys. So after we are done, come over here on the filter, blur, and apply a motion blur, to be precise. I think this is okay. Okay, this is okay like this. So enable this. Okay, Ctrl T, transform and scale this down like this. Okay, can place it over here. Can still transform and scale it out a little. I think this is okay like this. But before proceeding now, I'd like to go to view and enable my guides. Okay, and here are the parameters I use in setting up my guides, to be precise. So for this, I'll take this down like this. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to do is to start placing other information into the Canva. So I'll come over here, left click and paste in the name of the church with the present text, okay, over here. So after I'm done with that, the next thing I would like to do is to select the whole text by hitting Ctrl A, okay, and align this to the middle, okay, centralize align. And the font for this is called Montserrat. That's the font I'll be using for this. I'll set this on bold, while the present text, I'll set the present text on regular, to be precise. So I'm trying to create a contrast among my elements in my design. Okay, so I hit Ctrl A on the keyboard, pick my move tool and align this horizontally to the middle, Ctrl D to deselect. Use your navigation key to adjust the position like this. Okay, you can also adjust the leadings this way by adjusting the space between text on the vertical using your character panel. In case you don't have your character panel over here, you can enable it through the window, okay, and click on character. You have yours. Okay, so that's in terms of that. The next thing I'd like to do is to place in the theme of the event. So I'll paste in the theme of the event over here and change the font to a font called Hertha Green. Change it to Hertha Green. That's the name of the font I'll be using for this. Okay, Ctrl T to transform, scale it out like this. Come to your character panel and adjust the space between the text. Okay, I think this is okay like this. Ctrl A, pick your move tool once more, align this horizontally. Ctrl D to deselect, Ctrl T to transform, and hold Alt to scale out. Okay, I think this is actually looking nice so far. So we can leave this like this. Okay, so I like to change the blending mode for this to soft light. Hit Ctrl J to make another duplicate of this. Select the first layer of the Hosanna text, select the other layer, holding Shift, hit Ctrl G on the keyboard to group it, and you can call this theme. So the main essence of me grouping it is to actually organize my layers properly. Okay, so I can double click on the group layer and it will take me to the layer styles and click on the drop down option over here. That is the drop down shadow, and scale up my opacity of my shadows as follows. Okay, I think this is okay like this, and I can leave other settings the way they are like this and click on the OK button. Okay, so after I'm done with this, I like to place in the rider text. Okay, so I'll come over here, left click and paste in the rider text. Okay, and pick the move tool and place the text around somewhere like this. Control T can still scale and transform it. Okay, for this I'll still make use of the Montserrat for this. Okay, I'll set this on medium. Pick the text tool. I'm trying to create contrast among the rider as well. So for the scriptural verse, to be precise, I'll select only the scriptural reference verse and come over here and increase this to like, let me say bold is enough so that it will actually stand out from the text, to be precise. So the next thing I would like to do over here is to adjust the position of the text of the theme text and the rider. So the next thing I'd like to do here is to place the name of our host. Okay, so I'll come over here and paste in. So I'll come over here and paste in the name of the host. For this, I'll be making use of a font called Futura, Futura BK. Okay, this is the name of the font, to be precise. For this, I'll be using the Futura, I'm calling Futura, I think this was the one I used for this. While for this, that is Futura SD Heavy. Okay, while for this, I'll be making use of the sweet beans for this as well. And I'll give it a value of a feel of yellow, to be precise. So a lighter value of a darker value of orange feel like this. Okay, I can add the flocked bold so that the text can be visible. Okay, can adjust the space between the text so that the text can be actually be seen properly. Adjust the leadings. Okay, like this. So I can come over here, drag and place this over here like this. I can still transform, use Ctrl T, scale it out like this and place it around here. That is for the host. So I can hold Alt and drag and make a copy and place it around somewhere here like this. So pick my text tool and change this to Messi. Okay, Olarewaju. Okay, that is for that. While for this, I'll change this to ministry. So the next thing I would like to do is to place in the time and date of the event. Okay, where the event will be taking place. But before doing that, I'll come over here to on my shape tool and pick the rectangle, to be precise. Create a rectangle of something of about this, like this. Okay, and change the fill color. So click and change the fill color to a fill of white, to be precise. And I can choose to take this around somewhere like this. It's okay. Okay, that's for that, guys. So after you're done with this, I'll pick my lasso tool. I don't like the smooth edges the way it is. So I'll come over here, pick my lasso tool from my tool panel over here. Okay, so I would like to make a freehand selection of this region. So I'll just select it gently. Okay, so don't be afraid of breaking anything. So I'll connect it to where I actually started. Okay, I can hold Control Shift on the keyboard to add more selection to this. Okay, so I can still adjust it the way I want by holding Shift to add. If you hold Alt, it will subtract. Okay, so that's in terms of that. So after I'm done with that, I can add the vector marks over here, and this is how this is actually looking like so far. So I'll come over here, pick my text tool, come over here, left click and paste in this text. Okay, that is the date, and change the fill to a lighter value of black. It shouldn't be black completely. I think this is okay. This value of black is okay like this. So for this, I'll be making use of the Montserrat for this as well. While for this, I'll try to create contrast among the text, scale up the Okay, that is the Sunday text. Scale it up so that it will be more visible. Okay, why for this, I would like to set this on, let me see, semi bold to be precise. This as well, select this, boost up the size, and change this to, let me say, extra bold as well. By this, I'll set this on semi bold. Okay, I'm trying to create contrast. I can also adjust the space between the text. Okay, and place this over here. Come over here, select only this line of text over here. Adjust the leadings like this, and we are good to go, guys. So you can hit Ctrl T, scale it down the way you want it, and place it in your Canva. I think it will be looking like this so far. So that is in terms of that. So the next thing I like to do is to pick the line tool over here. Okay, and create a line of this nature. Left click, hold shift, and drag like this. Okay, give it a stroke of about 2 pixels, and make sure you're using the same value of black as that. Okay, so you can drag and place it around here like this, and scale it down like this. I think this is actually looking okay. That's in terms of that. I can still come over here where I have this text, the church service date, and adjust the space between the text is too tight. Trying to create room for the text to actually breathe so that the information can be seen properly. So I can hold Alt, create a duplicate like this. Okay, why for this, I would like to create contrast between the venue and the location. So I'll set this on extra bold. Why this, I can set this on semi bold to be precise. Okay, and also adjust the space so that it will be highly visible. Pick the move to adjust its position like this. Okay, come to your character panel, adjust the leadings as well. That is space between the text. So I can come over here, select this layer all the way to here, holding shift, hit Ctrl G to group them. I'm trying to create room for proximity. Proximity has to do with keeping or placing elements that has relationship side by side each other. Okay, so after you're done with this, I can hit Ctrl H to hide my guides. Okay, I can also come over here and adjust the positions of this information. You can select this and group them together and name them. Trying to organize my layer. Okay, what else? I think this is actually okay. Hit Ctrl H to hide your guides. Okay, and can still do my final touch by making use of the color lookups. Okay, to be precise. So come to the layer at the top. Okay, the topmost layer over here. Come to the adjustment and apply the color lookups to be precise. So the color lookups, there are already presets of color lookups that come with your Photoshop. So you just play around and see the one that's actually make your work pop. Okay, this is one of the ways I use in doing my final touches in my design to be precise. So I'll come over here, select this. Okay, this is okay. Can see this is okay. So you just keep scrolling down and see the one that works perfectly well for you, and you can choose to actually use it as your final feel of color correction or color grading. Okay, so if you're done applying color lookups, you can come over here. I need to make adjustment to this. So I'll select the model image here, select it, Ctrl T, right click and flip it horizontally. I think like this is okay. So for the name, I would like to adjust it like this as well. So ladies and gentlemen, you've come to the end of today's tutorial video, guys. If you find this video helpful, do well to smash the like button, do well to give this video a like, guys. If you have any question or comment, you can leave your questions and comments in the comment section, guys. Okay, If you're new to the channel and you're yet to subscribe and you would like to see more of my content, do well to smash the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content on my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching, guys. Okay, so guys, you can also share this content with other creative around you. Okay, thank you guys for always watching. Okay, and see you in the next.